But this is what people want to know about joy. Everybody who's living, who's older than 5 years old, if you sat them down and asked them, would you like more joy in their life? They'd say, yeah. Nobody's going to say, well, I don't say nobody, but very few people would say, you know, I have so much, I don't know if there's any more room for more joy. If those people exist, and maybe you know some people, and maybe you're like that, there's some things that are sort of predictable about how you got there. And yes, maybe you were born more that way than others. You know, there could be a temperament contribution. And imagine what, you know, a really high pain threshold would do toward making you a more likely joyful adult. Just tolerate lots of pain, physical, emotional, whatever. You're blessed, you're gifted. Joy would probably take place. All other things being equal, joy would take place for you more because pain wouldn't be blocking it as much. And so that gives you a hint then about what you can do to accomplish being a more joyful person. Just like contempt needs to be removed to optimize your experience of love, the pain preoccupation in general has got to be contained, not necessarily removed. It's got to be contained, which allows joy to speak to you between the cracks. And short of that, we kind of draw this conclusion that we need to get rid of all the pain in order to feel okay. And this is why the idea of the tears of joy is so important, because when you're joyful enough, you don't mind that there's sadness in your life. That's why you can cry in a very joyful moment. It's like, okay, that sadness is there. Come on in. Sharing this joyous moment with me. All that frustration, all that loss, all that disappointment, all that yearning. So that is allowed to be connected with, and you're supported in letting go of it in the context of a very joyful, celebratory moment. What this points out is the evolutionary process of going from an infant whose experience with joy is partly a birthright, but it's largely supported by the caretaking, the effective caretaking of people who love you, the parents, for the most part. Then it's interrupted by the accumulation of too much pain that even parents can't help you with, which helps you to write the tale of woe. You know, poor me, woe is me. Isn't life, you know, empty and painful for the most part? Joy has gotten scarce. Now I'm looking to produce things to compensate for that, like lots of enjoyment.